In today's video, I'm going to talk about that four-letter word that so many people avoid discussing. It's not as if you'll go to a barbecue, then have a discussion about it, and that four-letter word is debt. But did you know that the average total debt per household in the UK is about 60,000? And one of the issues is that no one wants to talk about it. Most people avoid it. A lot of people just stay in debt and are not very sure how to actually tackle this problem. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about two key methods. If this sounds of interest to you, stay tuned. But before we go any further, hi everybody, my name is Chi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get an alert each time I upload a new video. Households have leveraged up, i.e. borrowed money to be able to finance their lifestyles, and it's been relatively easy to do that because we're in an era of low interest rates. But the issue is that some debt, i.e. credit card debt, some loans as well, very high interest rates. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can actually tackle those problems. You can face debt in two ways. You can either fight it or you can run away from it. And the issue with debt is that it can remain persistent. So borrowing isn't actually a problem. A lot of people borrow money in order to be able to buy their homes or even to expand their businesses or to do things that actually increase their net worth. The issue is when you're not very clear about how much interest you're paying, or that you're only paying the minimum payments on your credit cards. Let me give you some statistics here in the UK that will surprise you. So if you only pay off your minimum payment on your credit card, the average amount of time it will take you to fully clear your credit card debt is 26 years and 8 months. You've got 12.8 million households in the UK that have less than £1,500 in savings. There are two types of debt. There's secured debt, so that's debt that you've taken out where there's an asset backing it, so collateral. So for example, that could be your mortgage, and then you have unsecured debt. First of all, you need to make sure you're aware of all your debt. A lot of the time, people aren't actually aware of the interest rate attached to the debt. So they take out a loan, they may have taken out the loan a few years prior, they've just signed the documents, and then they know that a certain amount is coming out of their bank account every month. But you need to make sure, I would say actually just design a spreadsheet, actually have each line item in terms of the debt you owe and the interest rate next to it. And I would sort it in order of the highest interest paying debt. The first method I'm going to talk about is the debt avalanche method. It's the fastest way to pay off your debt, and it's also the way to save you the most amount of money. So let's just say you've got 5 different types of debt. So that could be, for example, loans, credit cards, your mortgage, some student loans, your car loan. If you've got any extra money, get a list of all your debt, and then you put all your energy into working your way down the list, starting from the highest interest paying debt that you have. It's not suggesting that you ignore your other debt. Obviously, you need to make sure you make your minimum payments so that you can avoid late fees. This sounds very logical, but actually, as we're human beings, we're emotional creatures. And so that's where the debt snowball comes into play. So what this method does is it encourages you to eliminate debt. So say, for example, you've got a car loan out and you've got a few £100 left on it. Debt snowball method would encourage you to eliminate that completely, and then you start to make inroads on the next lowest value debt that you have in order to be able to have fewer debt items to deal with. Instead of having, for example, 7 different items to pay, you only have 6, and that's how you keep working your way down the list until you only have 1 or 2 items to pay off. And by seeing that progress, so now when you see those line items disappear, this is supposed to encourage you to stick with your debt repayment plan. Studies have shown people who have tried this method have felt so much more encouraged and followed through in terms of paying off their debt. This is great for people who may have struggled to pay back debt in the past and actually need a bit of encouragement, because the bottom line is that you're just trying to get to a point where you're making inroads. The method that you choose is entirely up to you. The key point is that you don't avoid your debt. You don't put unopened envelopes under the table or behind the couch or something like that. You need to open each and every single letter that you receive, and so that you have a clear idea. The 2 most important points in terms of tackling your debt: getting started and following through. It can be fantastic when you see yourself starting to make inroads. So you may be wondering, is there a better way to go? My personal view is that I would think a combination of the 2 is probably the best way to go. I mean, the debt avalanche method is absolutely the fastest way to pay off your debt, and if you follow that method, you will save yourself the most amount of money. But I also think it's really great to be able to see progress. So if you have got a couple of items that are very low value and that you can just pay off immediately and see those disappear, I would say that a combination of the 2 is the best way forward. I think it very much depends on your personality. If you're someone who just knows, okay, I am saving money, that's all I'm focused on, I'm just happy that I'm making inroads into my debt, the number of debt items I have remains the same as long as I'm saving myself money in the long run, then I would advise the debt avalanche method. If you're someone like me who needs a little bit of encouragement, who likes to see milestones achieved, then I would say the debt snowball method. Thanks very much for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Do give me a thumbs up if you found any value in it, and let me know, are these methods that you currently use, or are there other methods that you use to tackle your debt? If you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. For now, take care and goodbye.